Ravan thought of an idea. He wanted to create a rift between the two friends Ram and Sugriv. He had a trusted messenger named Shuk. So Shuk goes to Sugriv and conveys the message of his king Ravan. He asks Sugriv, why are you fighting for the two Vanvasi brothers who have been kicked out from their own kingdom? They can't even take you to Lanka. So it's better if you go back to your kingdom. And if you do that, Ravan will give you so much gold that it will never get to it. And there was a treaty of peace between the Vanars and the Asuras. Why are you breaking the treaty? Sugriv gets very angry at Shuk and he tells Shuk to go away. He said that Ram, who takes us through the Bhavsagar, who takes us through the ocean of life, can't he make us cross this 100 Yojan ocean? And Shuk goes back to Lanka and conveys Sugriv's message to Ravan. Ravan was a bit disappointed. So all this was happening late at night. Now the only question in the mind of the entire Vanar army was how will they cross the ocean and reach Lanka. So a gathering was summoned and Ram was asking everyone of their expertise. And finally Vibhishan says that Varun Dev is indebted to one of the ancestors of Ikshvaku dynasty because they have done a lot of favor on him, and therefore Varun Dev cannot deny anything that the Ikshvaku dynasty will ask him. So Varun Dev, Vibhishan says Shri Ram to ask Varun Dev for the way. So Ram agrees and it was almost time for sunrise. He sits down and he starts meditating on Varun Dev. A day passed, 2 days passed, and then it's been 3 days since Shri Ram was praying to the ocean, but he didn't respond. Now Shri Ram opens his eyes and he bursts out with anger. He says that till today the entire universe has only seen the mercy of Ram, and now they will witness the anger of Ram. It's been 3 days since I've been praying to you. I've never asked for anything in my life. I've only given. For the first time in my life, I've asked something out of my right, but your arrogance, but my prayer did no change to your arrogance. Ram tells Lakshman to bring his bow and arrow. He invokes the Brahmastra. As the Brahmastra was loaded on his bow, Varun Dev appears before Lord Ram and tells that his silence is not a sign of his arrogance, but Ravan's fear. He agrees to help Shri Ram. Ram asks him, how will my army reach Lanka? That is when Varun Dev says, there are two divine Vanars in your army named Nal and Neel. If they throw anything into any water body, it will not sink. Instead, it will float. So if Nal and Neel throw stone on my water body, you can make a bridge to Lanka and your army can walk through it. Lord Ram was very happy to hear this and he was grateful to Varun Dev. And now he asks him, since the Brahmastra is loaded, it cannot go back empty. Now you tell me towards which direction should I send it? Varun Dev says, in the southern direction there is a kingdom which was very pure, but it has been made impure by the evil Danavs, by the evil Asuras. So please send your arrow towards that direction and bring an end to those evil Asuras. Lord Ram listens to Varun Dev and sends the arrow towards the southern direction. Now Nal and Neel starts building the Ram Setu. Hanuman used to write Shri Ram on every rock, give it to Nal and Neel. Nal and Neel used to throw it in the ocean and it used to not sink, but instead it used to float. On the other side, Ram decided to worship Mahadev. He established a Shivling and he kept performing the pujas. And then he decided to give a new name to Mahadev. The one who is Ram's Ishwar is Rameshwar. So the place where the Shivling was set up by Shri Ram came to be known as Rameshwaram from then on. Now the Ram Setu was built, Nal, Neel and the entire army were successful in establishing a bridge across the 100 Yojan ocean. Lord Ram was very proud of his Vanar Sena and tells that the victory which was 400 feet away from them is just 4 feet away from them now. Now they set their journey towards Lanka. They take the name of Mahadev and starts marching towards Lanka, and finally Shri Ram, Lakshman and the entire army sets their foot on the land of Lanka. The Vanar Sena took some rest and then they started setting up camps. Now Ravan learns that Ram with his army has reached Lanka. This is the time he started to get frightened. So now what he does is he sends his spy Shuk once again, and this time not as a messenger but as a spy. He tells Shuk to go to their camps, get to know about their strength and weaknesses. So Shuk, he's well versed with changing his forms. So he changes his form and goes to spy on Ram and his army. So while he was spying, Vibhishan, who is also an Asur, identifies Shuk. He gets hold of Shuk, he drags him and he takes him to Sri Ram and tells that this is Shuk, the spy of Ravan, and now it will not be wise to spare him alone, it will be good if you can finish him. But Ram says he is a spy. Every king has the right to know about the strengths and weaknesses of his opponents. So Vibhishan, it's your duty to tell about the strength and weaknesses of our army. Shuk was astonished because in the history of mankind, no spy who has been caught has returned back alive. He touches Sri Ram's feet and tells that a person who can even forgive the opponent's spy can be no ordinary person. Then Vibhishan says, you know who Sri Ram is now. It would be better if you could tell my brother about this. But Shuk says, you know how adamant our king is. There's no point in telling. So after knowing about Sri Ram's army, Shuk leaves and goes to Ravan. Ravan takes Shuk to the palace, to the terrace of the palace, and asks about every Vanar. Now while they go to the terrace, that is the first time Ram and Ravan sees each other. While they were seeing each other, Sugriv was also present at that time. And when Sugriv saw Ravan, he couldn't control his anger. He said, this is that Dusht who kidnapped Jagdamba Sita. And then he just jumps and goes to the terrace and he starts fighting with Ravan. Ravan was shocked. He was initially injured, but finally he won the battle. And then Sugriv leaves the terrace and goes back to Sri Ram, saving his life. Sri Ram was very shocked. He was like, Sugriv, what have you done? Please don't do this. If something would have happened to you, the morale of our entire army would have been destroyed. So please don't do such a thing in the future. So with this, we conclude the third episode of the Vijay Dashmi series. Jai Siya Ram.